had a lot of folks that have requested a video on how I use the TW25 oil and grease. Now, it's pretty much, there's not a lot difference between how you would use it and you would any other oil and grease. Now, I use the Mil-Comm products because I know that they're the best there is, period. End of story. If you agree with that, fine. If you don't, that's fine too. Use what you like and what works for you. And that's fine. I've said that many, many times. But this product is all synthetic. It is non-petroleum based. It is environmentally safe. You can get it on your hands. If you get it in your mouth, you're not going to die. I don't recommend that you do that. But so, I mean, it's eco-safe and all that. And it is a fantastic lubricant, best rust preventative I've ever found, bar none. But at any rate, I've already taken the liberty of wiping the firearm down. About once every month, every gun I get gets, at least whether I use it or not, or whether I fire it or not, gets taken apart, wiped down, and reapplied with fresh lubricant. And that's just an old habit that I picked up when I was in the Marines, guys. And it's just stuck with me over the years. It's preventive maintenance and let her go. And so I have not fired this 1911 in about 2 months, but you know, I have re-lubricated it. I wipe all the old lube off and just reapply. It's very, very simple. Usually what I will do is I'll start with the oil product, and you can put it on a rag or whatever you want. I don't. I put it on my hand, and I just start working it into the metal. I mean, nothing special here. It doesn't take a lot, and but I lubricate the parts up. Now, you can get this in a couple of different forms. This is a squirt bottle. You can also get a dropper bottle. You can put some in a dropper bottle if you want to. Comes with a syringe to get into small parts. And same thing here, like on the guide rod. Just put a little bit on it and work it in. And you can get it on your, like I said, you can get this on your hands. It's not a problem. Some people don't like doing that. I don't have a problem with it. If you do, then wear gloves. And then put it on the spring. Doesn't take a lot. Now, in this particular 1911, the closed end of the spring goes on the guide rod first, and then we'll do a little bit on this bushing. And then I like to take a Q-tip. Now, put some on a Q-tip. We can get into some small areas. And go on the inside. Again, we're just putting a very thin coat. Nothing major. Doesn't take a lot. And same thing with the slide lever. Just what's on your hands and let her go. Now, on the inside of the barrel, I do like to take some and run a patch down the barrel. I do run a patch through, a dry patch through, and to take out the old oil. And I just use a jig. You can use, some people like to use the little slotted ones. With the major, just put a little bit of oil on it. And push it through. And I usually do it about twice. I had 2 of them, no wonder it was so hard. Let's do it again. And it just lubricates up the inside of the barrel. And nice thin coat on it and ready to go. One thing about Mil-Comm is that once it gets into it works itself into the metal. It has a derivative of a DuPont product. Some people call it Teflon. It's polytetrafluoroethylene, I think, is probably how you say it. And again, on the inside of the slide, put some on a Q-tip, and I just rub it around lightly. All on the inside. It doesn't have to be on very thick. Some people are like, oh, don't put it in there like that. You'll get all kinds of debris and gunpowder residue, and you'll never get it out. Yeah. You can get it out. It's easy. Just clean your guns. Doesn't take a lot. Just put it on there. And on the inside of the rails, on the inside of the slide, and on the frame itself, this is where I like to use the grease. It's a little bit thicker. And I usually put a dot here and a dot back here. And the same thing toward the end on each side. I take a fresh Q-tip and kind of push it into the rail. And do leave a little bit so you can still see a little bit of the white. Not much, but a little bit. Run it right along the top. And then on the slide, I just take the Q-tip that already had the grease on it. I run it right along. And then I always drop just a little bit here where the disconnect rides. And work it in, and that's really it, guys. Not much to it. Get ready to put it back together. The barrel goes in. Bushing goes in. And then your guide rod. And on this particular model of 1911, I do not have to have a little takedown pin to put it back together. Now watch it make a liar out of me. Nope, there it is. Good to go. Barrel link lined up. Pull it back, hold it. Sure I don't get a stupid mark. And that's it. And then I'll take a patch, and if you see some that always comes out on the end, just take it, wipe it in. It's nothing major. If there's any extra that's on there, you can just kind of wipe it off. And that's it. And then that's what I use on the internals of all my firearms. Now on the externals, I've told you this before as well. I do use this product here called Ezox. And with this, it's the best thing that I've ever found for keeping the fingerprints off of it. Now, one thing I do not know about, and I am thinking seriously about ordering this and trying it out. If anybody out there has, let me know. Mil-Comm makes a product called Dry Lube. And from my understanding, talking to some people on the forums, it's supposed to do pretty much what this does. Now this is supposed to have kind of like a dry to the touch. It's also all synthetic. It's dry to the touch. It's supposed to lubricate. I don't know. I have not ever used it on the internals, but I love the way it makes the outside of the firearms look and feel. So it feels dry once it dries, and it is the best fingerprint hider I have ever seen in my life. And it makes, and y'all seen the SIG 229 slide and how well it looks. It's the reason I like it. I really like the way it makes it look. So I'm seriously thinking about trying some of the Mil-Comm Dry Lube. It's kind of expensive. It's the only reason I haven't really tried it yet. But from my understanding, it's supposed to basically do the same thing that this is, or that this does. And if it does, then there'll be another Mil-Comm product that I'll be a big believer in. But that's it, guys. And then this thing dries off. Once it dries, and I've had it on there many, many times, you can kind of wipe a little bit of the excess off. She's clean. She's ready to go. No fingerprints. Just the way it makes the gun look beautiful. That's the reason I like this. And again, it doesn't take much. It's only on the outside with this. But all of the internals are always with my Mil-Comm products. And that's it, guys. That's pretty much how I lubricate up the 1911. And that's what I do at least once a month, whether I fire them or not. And do all my firearms the same way. So get into a preventive maintenance run and let her go. Sorry I sound a little bit down, guys. Been kind of a rough week. If you know what it's about, fine. If not, you probably already do know. You know, we lost somebody in the gun community this week, and kind of got us down a little bit. But like I said, we're going to push on. We'll go forward. That's what he wanted, and that's what we're going to do. That's all I got this time, guys. Sorry if the video was boring to you, but hopefully that answers some questions for you. If you got any questions, let me know. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you guys later.